Hey guys, welcome to today's webinar. My name is Marie and I'm super excited to be here today to talk about price modeling with you all. I'm from Debutify, a company that helps e-com business owners like you grow their businesses and increase their profits. So today we're going to discuss why price modeling is important in a saturated market. As e-com business owners, you all know how difficult it can be to stand out from competition. It's especially challenging when we are in a market saturated with similar products. This is why we need to have a solid pricing strategy in place. So in this webinar, we'll first discuss how to understand your market. Then we'll go over the different pricing strategies that you can implement. And finally, we'll talk about psychological pricing and how it can actually help you increase your sales. So let's get started. First things first, let's actually talk about what is a saturated market. A saturated market is a market where there are already a lot of businesses offering similar products. This can make it challenging to break into the market and succeed. One way to help you stand out from the competition is to identify your target market. Your target market is the group of people who are most likely to purchase your products. By understanding your target market, you can tailor your pricing strategy to appeal to their needs and preferences. Another important step in understanding the market is to analyze your competitors. You want to know what they're offering and at what price. This will help you identify opportunities to offer something different or better. By doing this, you can also ensure that your pricing strategy is competitive. So let's dive actually into the different pricing strategies that you can use to help you succeed in a saturated market. First up is cost-based pricing. This strategy involves setting a price based on the cost of producing the product. The advantage of this strategy is that it ensures that you make a profit on each sale, and it's very simple to implement. So, however, the downside of that is that it doesn't actually take into account the actual value that your product gives to the customer. This can result in pricing your product too high or too low. But another way that you can do it should be value-based pricing. This strategy involves setting a price based on the value of the product to the customer. And the advantage of that is that it ensures you're charging what your product is worth. And to implement this, it's just very simple. You just need to conduct market research and understand your target market's needs and preferences and even priorities. Finally, let's talk about psychological pricing. This strategy involves setting a price that appeals to the customer's emotions and perception of value. The advantage of this strategy is that it can help increase your sales by making your product more appealing to the customer. Examples of psychological pricing include setting a price that ends in 9 or 99, or offering a discount on a product. Bundling involves offering multiple products or services together at a lower price than that they would cost individually. And I would touch upon this later on in the webinar as well as tiered pricing, which involves offering different levels of a product or service at different price points so that it can also appeal to customers with different budgets and needs and priorities. Overall, psychological pricing can be a powerful tool in a saturated market. So it can help you stand out from competitors and appeal to your customers' emotions and perceptions. So now that we talked about the different pricing strategies we can implement, let's focus on the challenges that we can encounter while pricing our products in a saturated market. We'll also discuss how we can overcome these challenges. The first challenge that we might face is knowing your value. Like, how do you actually know that this is a certain value for a certain product or service, right? So we need to understand and quantify the value that we deliver to our customers. When we do that, we can charge extra for any value-added service that we provide. For example, if you are selling a phone, you could just add a warranty package for an additional cost. This way, you get to generate additional revenue and offer a premium service to your customers. Another way would be to provide additional value is to unbundle products, which is the opposite of what I just said. Let's say you have a customer who wants to buy a shirt. You can charge them for the shirt, but you can also charge extra for different designs or materials or sizes. This way you can provide value and your customers can choose what they need and what they don't need. So for our previous example, you can also just charge for the phone. You can also charge for the warranty separately. The second challenge that we might encounter is differentiating our prices and offerings. One way to overcome this is by segmenting our customers. This means that we group our customers based on their preferences and willingness to pay. This way, we can provide different prices and offerings for each segment of customers. Another way is to provide differentiated offerings and prices. For instance, take a look at the pricing of Debutify. You could offer a standard version of a product, a premium version, and a basic version, even a free version. We call it a freemium. The prices of each version can differ based on the value that they provide. The third challenge that we might encounter is avoiding and diffusing price wars. So we should control rebates and discounts to prevent price wars from happening. Additionally, we should guide our sales teams towards healthy price levels. We can do this by setting price floors and ceilings and thresholds, and by giving our sales teams guidelines on how to sell our products. The fourth challenge that we might encounter is checking our digital readiness, especially in this time and age right now where technology is just popping up here and there, right? So we need to prepare for any disruptions in the market and monetize digital solutions differently. This means that we should consider factors such as e-commerce, digital marketing, social media, TikTok, Instagram, webinars. Now that we talked about different pricing challenges that we might encounter, let's talk about how we can implement price modeling. The first step is to determine the right pricing strategy for your business. Remember, it's not a one-size-fits-all pricing strategy, so you need to choose one that aligns with your business goals. Once you've chosen the right pricing strategy, it's time to implement it. This means that you need to set the right prices for your products, considering the factors such as production costs, market trends, customer preferences. So another important thing is to ensure that pricing is a leadership task. What does that mean? Strong leadership and enforcement are necessary for successful pricing. Additionally, internal incentives, monitoring, and controlling target achievement can help you achieve your pricing goals. And with that, our webinar for today comes to an end. In summary, pricing modeling is kind of confusing at some point, but also very, very critical for any business operating in a saturated market. By understanding the market, choosing the right pricing strategy, and implementing it effectively, we can overcome pricing challenges and succeed in a competitive market. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. And don't forget to check out our other webinars on our website. And of course, don't hesitate to sign up to our 14-day free trial of Debutify and our 30-day free trial of Debutify reviews. If you want to know more about these products, head on to our website, and we also have some videos up for you. We'll see you next time in our next webinar. Bye.